today I'm going to show you how to make the mojito perfect every single time. It may not be exactly what you would get out in the Caribbean. I've got my methods. A lot of bartenders will have their methods. The amount of times I've done this, I promise you, this is a 99.9% success rate on there, on people trying it and just falling in love. If you make it how I'm about to show you, I guarantee not only can you adjust it to your own palate, but you will absolutely fall in love with this drink. Now, just very quickly, this is going to be a short and sweet video, but just very quickly, I can't believe it's been 2 years since I've done a mojito video on my channel. Yes, I did a live stream, but you know, live streams don't really go on to get the views because they're 2.5 hours long. So, you know, this is a standalone video, but what I want you to be aware of this coming Sunday, I'm going to debunk, deconstruct, dissect the mojito. I'm going to talk about different rums. I'm going to take this cocktail from a 5-ingredient cocktail down to a 4-ingredient cocktail, down to a 3-ingredient cocktail. And Alho, this is especially for you. You've been asking for this. I'm going to take this beast out for a run out. So join me on Sunday's rum show, but for now, let's dive in and get you all making the world's most popular rum cocktail. Now I'm going to go into a little flow here because this is something I have literally done. This is not bragging, but I have done this well over 1,500 times, 1,500 times in excess of. This makes up the bulk of my cocktail masterclasses, of which I've done well over 1,200 of those. You know, corporate events, going around talking events and stuff like that. This is just what works and has a 99% hit rate. And those that don't like it predominantly don't like mint. That's it. So this is how I make it. So the first thing you need to do, lime. You know, you want a whole lime for this. If you keep your citrus fruit in the fridge, take it out half an hour, 45 minutes before you need it. Room temperature. Whip the end off there. It's just come off where it's just grown off the tree. Get rid of that, discard that. We've now got a bit off the end there. I say North Pole, South Pole, cut it that way. So you've got the little bit at the end there, cut it in half. And then we're going to cut each half into 3 wedges, giving us 6 wedges in total. Now you don't need to squeeze those in. We just dump those all in the glass. And people, that's the first reaction. People going, whoa, that's a lot of lime. I promise you it's not. This just works a treat. Now, the second thing we want is the sugar. Now, this is where I kind of go into a little spiel as well, because every bartender that makes a cocktail will tell you that you need kind of this ratio of sugar to that ratio of lime juice. Yes, they are right, but what they don't take into account is your own palate. You know, and the best way, I always do this every time, you know, people who have heard me in real life will know exactly what I'm talking about here. I always get the room to say, tea and coffee drinkers, you know, stick your hand up if you take sugar in your tea and coffee. Typically half the room will, half the room won't. What that basically means is half the room have got a sweeter palate than the other half, and they will need more sugar in their cocktails. That's it. Now, with cocktails, it's a lot easier to sweeten up than it is to sour back down. So we always err on the side of caution. I always start with 15 ml, half an ounce of sugar syrup. Now, this is a 2-to-1, give or take. Sugar syrup. This is actually Monin's cane sugar. So if you are making 2 parts sugar to 1 part water, that's what I 100% recommend. If you do a 1-to-1, it's not going to be as sweet and you need more sugar. So we just do that. Now you can always add more at the end, but we'll come back to that. So what we take now is a muddler, and this is what we can do in there. Don't forget, I'm going to give you on Sunday other ways, easy ways you can make this. But we take a muddler. Never do that with your lime. Splashback lime juice in your eyes. Freaking hurt, I promise you. We're just going to push down and twist about 10 to 12 times. Get all that lovely juice out of the limes. Get all that lovely flavour out of the zest as well. And that will just give you perfect amount of sort of sugary, limey goodness in the bottom there. Perfect. That's all we need. Now, next thing we do, it doesn't really matter from here, but notice I haven't put the mint in yet. This is just me, but again, every time I do it, I firmly believe that this is true. I never muddle mint. In fact, I chastise bartenders for muddling mint. However, they still get taught to muddle mint. I don't know, it's just me. All I do is, and I do this every week, cocktail masterclasses, you want about 8 to 10 mint leaves. If you like it a bit mintier, add more. If you like it less mintier, add less. That's simple. 8 to 10 decent sized mint leaves. Give them a smell. It's lovely and minty, or should be. Give it a spank. Now give it a smell. And it is just mint on steroids. And that's all we need to do. We just pop them in your glass. Simple as that. We now go for the rum of choice. I'm going to talk about this on Sunday in the live show as well. I love using Plantation 3 Stars. This is the big one in cocktail masterclasses. I give them a choice of loads of different white unaged rums. This is predominantly after a smell, one of the big go-to. So I'm going to do a 60 ml double bubble of Plantation 3 Stars just over the top there. And then the final ingredient is your soda water. Now, I always do it this way for one reason in particular. You know, bartenders, if you're in a bar, will kind of do it and then top up with soda water. But I like to show things this way. All will become apparent in a second. We just add a bit of soda water, not much, just generically. So we've got a half full glass. You can see I probably used, you know, about 100 ml there. But you would probably use a lot less, but this is just kind of the ratios, the balance. We've got 60 ml of booze going in there, and I just think this works a treat, all right? So we've got that. We then want, I use crushed ice. Supermarket in the UK, that sort of the blue bags will be fine because it's not that solid. But the pink bags, the more premium, and the purple bags, no, they're kind of a bit too big. But you can get crushed ice in most supermarkets these days. You know, so crushed ice, about 2/3 full in your glass. Don't fill it all the way up because we're going to churn, and you know, if it's too full, you're going to spill everything over the side. So all we're going to do now is stir. Remember, the sugar's heavy. You've got limes at the bottom. So all we're just going to do is just bring the limes and the sugar through the cocktail to the top. Give it a churn. Just quick and simple like that. Lovely mintiness through there. We're just then going to top it up with a bit more crushed ice. There we go, perfect. And then the final couple of pieces is always to garnish. The sprig of mint, back of your hand, await the aromas. That goes in there. And then the important trick is that the straw always goes beside the sprig of mint. So when you have a little sip, it's the mint that's going straight up your nostrils. And that is one goddamn sexy mojito. Never fails. Now, there's a couple of things I want to touch on here. You know, if that is not sweet enough for you, add more sugar. I guarantee it, even if you do like go in 5 ml increments. On masterclasses, I will be honest, most people, that if they do need to add sugar, will do the whole 15 ml. So they've got 30 ml of sugar in there in total. You roughly have about 30 ml of lime juice. So it's kind of equal in that sort of sense, 30 ml. So 60 ml, 30 ml, 30 ml. But you know, do it in 5 ml increments because, as I say, once you go past that, it's too sweet. You know, there's no coming back from it, really. Kind of, it's just a kind of cocktail. But if you do it that way, adjust your palate. Remember, all rums are sweet at different sweetness as well. Not necessarily in white and aged rums, but if you go down the whole flavoured rums, like a pineapple, the plantation pineapple, Stiggins Fancy, will be sweeter and make a sweeter drink than what that will. It just stands to reason. Your flavoured rums, your spiced rums, you know, will make sweeter drinks than what a white and aged rum. So sugar, you've always got to balance. There's no set recipe, no matter what bartenders tell you, because each one of your own palates is unique. But I promise you, if you make mojitos like that, not only do they look good, not only do they taste good, but you'll just fall in love with the drink, I promise you.